So with the Gardner family, from Cal to Dave and Paul, the father and sons were well known for scoring goals, for being talented players. But I think Paul had some bad luck. He's been a strong coach on many levels since his retirement, but the way he was putting in pucks in the 1980s, we thought for sure this guy's going to be a consistent 30-goal scorer for a number of seasons, but unfortunately it didn't pan out. Now, Paul Gardner, 5'11", 180, very strong center, grew up in Fort Erie, Ontario. He first came to major prominence in the 68 Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament with a team from Leaside. Now, he got very heavy recognition with his minor hockey career. He started off with the St. Michael's Buzzers of the Metropolitan JHL with 131 points in 44 games. Moved on to the Oshawa of the Ontario MJHL with 63 points in 64 games in 75, 76 OMJHL, 69 goals and 75 assists for 144 points. Now, 1976 was, again, the breakthrough draft year. The Kansas City Scouts, later to be the Colorado Rockies, took him 11 overall, while the Toronto Toros, his kind of unofficial hometown team, took him 24th overall. Now, with some seasoning with Rhode Island in the minors, he eventually was called up and had a very strong rookie campaign in his first season with 59 points in 60 games, including 30 goals. Now, there was big hopes that with Colorado, who had moved from Kansas City to make the Rockies, he would have a breakthrough year in 78, and he was well on his way. He had 30 goals in 46 games, but injuries limited his effort. Now, 79 was a very interesting year because for some reason, Colorado wanted to get rid of him, and Toronto picked him up. He had a merged season between Colorado and Toronto that year, and he had some really good stats in Toronto, who picked him up to the playoffs. He again hit the 30-goal mark. But for some strange reason, the 1980 season was kind of a bumper for him. He was eventually sent down to the Brunswick Hawks, where he had 27 points in 20 games, and including 15 points in 15 games in their successful playoff run. Now, 81, he found himself in the Pittsburgh organization, scored 34 goals in a kind of a rebound year. 82 had 36, 83 had 28, but by 84 he was pretty well out of the the NHL. He lost his scoring touch. He only had 5 assists in 16 games in 84. 85 found himself back in the minors, where he had 130 points with Binghamton, but Washington took another look at him. He had 6 points in 12 games. 86, another great season in the AHL with the Rochester Americans. Played only 2 games with the Sabres that year, and wrapped up his career with one game with the Portland Pirates in 97. Now, NHL totals, very deceiving, because he could easily scored 400 goals of injuries, and bad luck when it took him out. 201 goals and 201 assists for 402 points in 447 games. AHL total just outstanding, almost a 2-point-a-game pace. 238 games, 174 goals, 212 assists for 386 points. Playoff totals just tremendous. 25 goals in 30 games and 49 points. Now, he was a popular player no matter what he went. He was kind of a slot player like Steve Shutt and Esposito. Now, he led the AHL in scoring twice, which is hard to do because, it's a very competitive league. Now, a lot of people felt that it was kind of these limited skating skills curtail his promising career, but I really think he should have been given a better chance. Toronto, I don't think, used him right. Pittsburgh gave him a lot of opportunities, so did Colorado. But it was sad to see when Colorado would play the higher echelon teams, when Gardner was not in the lineup, they had really no scorers other than Duperre and a few others. Now, following his pro hockey career, he jumped into coaching. He became head coach in Newmarket Saints of AHL for 4 years. He became assistant coach for the Skipjacks, later Portland Pirates, under coach Barry Trotz, who is in the midst of the playoffs right now. Now, both Trotz and Gardner were later promoted to the NHL level when they moved to Nashville to work for the expansion Predators. Gardner was their assistant coach through 2003 and then worked as a pro scout for the organization. Now, in January 2007, he was named head coach of the Russian KHL team, Lokomotiv Yaroslav. He guided the squad to a 9-game winning streak and made the playoffs, but was released in February 2008. Now, in December 2008, he was named head coach of Dynamo Minsk in Belarus and assistant coach of the Belarus national team. In late July 2008, his contract was canceled due to personal reasons. Now, on December 18, 2008, he became the head coach of the Hamburg Freezers of the German League and guided the Freezers to the playoff quarterfinals that year. Now, in Gardner's second year at the helm, Hamburg did not qualify for the playoffs, and his contract was not renewed at the end of 2010. Now, then Gardner signed with the Mississippi River Kings of the CHL for 2011, and but on July 29, 2011, he informed by the team he would not be brought back the following season. Another job, September 13, 2011, Gardner was named head coach of the fellow CHL team, the Bloomington Blaze. On January 18, 2013, he was appointed head coach of the Braillard clan of the Elite Ice Hockey League. He's guided the Scottish club to the IHL Gardner Conference Championship and a playoff quarterfinal appearance, but did not have his contract renewed at the end of 2013. Now, in May 2013, Gardner was named head coach of the Dutch side, the Tilburg Trappers, signing a 2-year deal with the team. Under his guidance, the Trappers won back-to-back Dutch Championship titles and the Dutch Cup titles. Now, on January 1st, 2016, German 2nd Division squad Loster Fuschi hired Gardner as a new head coach. He stayed on the job through the end of 2016 season, but on June 29th, 2016, Gardner took over the coaching job at fellow DL2 side Lowen Frankfurt, working alongside sporting director Richard Shermanows. He guided the Frankfurt team to the 2017 DL2 title in the first year in charge, but Gardner was let go on March 17, 2018, during the playoff quarterfinal series against Kassel, in which the Frankfurt team had lost their first 2 games. Now, in 2019, these great efforts allowed him to be inducted in the Leaside Sports Hall of Fame. So, some interesting travels for Paul Gardner. But I always wonder, Team Canada, Team USA, he would do have a really good presence on the back of the bench. But, hockey's a weird thing. And, I forgot to mention, when Roller Hockey International started, he also took time to make that mini comeback. We talked to Portland Pirates. He played 5 games with the Stingers, 4 goals and 3 assists for 7 points. So, again, awards and achievements. AHL 85, Cunningham Award winner, Sullenberger Trophy, the Fred T. Hunt Memorial Award, and again 86 Cunningham Award and the Sullenberger Trophy, for his top point getter. So, a very interesting career. Not too many people can say their father's a Stanley Cup winner, and not too many people can say he was expected to have a strong career, and he lived up to expectations to a certain way. But you look at the stats, ladies and gentlemen. 6 seasons with 23 goals or more, big AHL totals. But like I said, that lack of scoring prowess. But I think if you really look at it, I look at that 86 season with the Rochester Americans. Buffalo could have really used him that year, and for some strange reason, they didn't really want to give him that last additional chance. Because given the right line mates and the good situations, he should have just made him a power play specialist, because that's what he was doing in Colorado. Because you look at his breakthrough season, ladies and gentlemen, in '78 in Colorado, he had a team, only Wilf Payma hit the 30-goal mark that year, and the years previous in his rookie year, where a lot of people felt that he was one of the most underrated players in the league. That was the year that Colorado really had a good mix of veterans and veteran presence, but giving up way too many goals. That's what I'm saying. Because if you look at the raw stats, they were they were having a rough go at that year. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening, and don't forget any comments, likes, or requests are more than welcome. Please let me know what you think, and if you don't like what I'm doing, keep it to yourself. Have a good day. Bye.